up, YouTube? My name is Cheryce. Welcome to RyceTV. Glad that you're here. This will be my Shannara Chronicles Episode 7 Breakline review. There's a lot to cover. I'm just going to get right into it, so be careful of spoilers if you have not seen this episode. OMG moment number 13. Our heroes are separated and the Reaper is dead. Last time that we thought that the Reaper was dead, he blew up like a Power Ranger antagonist. This time Will, who probably thought that he drew the short stick by being stuck with the Reaper, did everything but poke the Reaper with a stick just to make sure that he was dead. OMG moment number 12. Will peels the elf stones off of his skin. Last time he used the elf stones, it only burned the surface of his skin. This time the elf stones burned completely into his skin. Despite Elenon's insistence that it's Will's destiny to use the elf stones, I really don't believe that the elf stones belong to Will. There are just too many side effects. Even his father became mad after using the elf stones, so I don't believe that they belong to him. I'm pretty sure that throughout the series, we're going to find out who the true owner of the elf stones is. OMG moment number 11. Will is attacked by Perk and enters a Merry and Pippin storyline. Last week was Lord of the Rings heavy. This week is Lord of the Rings light, with Will as Merry and Perk as Pippin. There was even an innuendo about marijuana. We don't get a good look at The Rock, probably due to the budget blown on Elenon's recovery scene. But judging by her silhouette, she looks like a Nazgul. But don't get me wrong, this is not me hating on another Lord of the Rings scene. Even the books have been criticized for being a Lord of the Rings ripoff. I don't mind as long as it's moderate, like it was in this episode. OMG moment number 10. Changeling Eventide sends Prince Ander and Prince Arion on a suicide mission. This mission ultimately leads to Arion's demise. Now, the princes knew that this was a horrible plan, but they went with it because Eventide is king. Look, I don't know if they actually have one, but if they do have a nursing home, this would probably be a great time to send Eventide to the nursing home because he's just old and crazy. I'm just saying. We could use that as an excuse. OMG moment number 9. Elenon is alive, but his magic cannot completely heal him. I know that many of you breathed a sigh of relief only to hold your breath again. IMDb has put him down for all 10 episodes, so I don't expect him to die. Though they could have done what LOT is doing with Hawkman and have him in flashbacks. But I seriously doubt it. Elenon is their strongest character. But I do feel like this was a callback as to how Elenon healed himself after being injured by the Fury. I love that the writers took their time to explain Elenon's powers. OMG moment number 8. Amberle and Eretria fall into a well-preserved high school auditorium. According to Amberle, this was one of the buildings from the Age of Man that was buried during the Great War. After seeing the prom decorations and seeing the yearbook, she continues to say that they had no idea that their world was going to end. I wonder if Shannara is going to explore the past as to how that world ended. My OMG moment number 7 is Bremen tells Elenon, another has emerged, powerful, full of promise, and without you they cannot fight what is coming. This is what Bremen tells Elenon before turning Elenon into Gandalf the White. In playing the pronoun game, my guess is that Bremen is talking about Bandon. Outside of Amberle and Will, Bandon is the only one who has shown magical abilities. Even the Dagdamore has hinted at his great powers. Of course, Bremen can be talking about a completely different character that hasn't been introduced in the show, but is being whispered by all those who have read the books. But my personal reaction to this scene, yes! We have another Zelda character! My OMG moment number 6, Prince Ander and Prince Arion find Bandon in the pit that the Dagdamore trapped him in Bandon's vision of the future. The last time that we saw Bandon, he was in bed in the castle and Elenon was watching over him. But in this episode, he is in the pit and his eyes are black filled. Judging by how Bandon disappears in the pit later in this episode, I suspect that he has the power of astral projection, meaning that he could send a physical likeness of himself to a different location. I suspect that we've only seen the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Bandon's powers, and it'll be interesting to see his powers unfold, though I am unsure as to how the Dagnamore trapped Bandon in the present when his vision was of the future. My OMG moment number 5, Eretria and Amberle take down the elf hunters one by one. You know, it's amazing what they can do when they're not fighting or bickering or having needless scenes. OMG moment number 4. Eretria's ex catch up to Amberle and Eretria. Okay, princess. You know, just a suggestion. I don't think that the bad guys are truly concerned about your mission. I mean, that's just a suggestion. OMG moment number 3. The elf hunters catch Eretria. When Will attempts to save both Amberle and Eretria, Eretria is shot and falls back into the auditorium. Given that Zora and Eretria have a history, I don't think that Zora is going to kill Eretria. Zora seems like she's just still in love with Eretria. Now, the Eretria bisexual canon was better executed this episode. Unlike last week's episode, it actually moved the plot along. My only gripe, and this is just me being nitpicky, is the casting for Zora. Eretria said that they grew up together, but Zora looks like she is 10 years older than Eretria. It's hard for me to buy that they were lovers, let alone that Eretria left Zora jaded. My number 2 OMG moment, Prince Arion dies. This scene reminded me of the Luke I am your father scene.
Your father is dead and you are my puppet.
The main difference is that the Dagnamore is not his father and Prince Arion was not the one that said no. It's a real bummer for me that Prince Arion didn't say no. That would have made me so happy. I wonder how Diane is going to take Prince Arion's death. I mean, yes, they were together, but from last episode, we know that she is still into Prince Ander. And my OMG moment number 1. Prince Ander kills Changeling Eventide and becomes king. Okay, whoever that directed this episode is a major Star Wars fan. I know that you did all that you could. No, I didn't, but I'm going to try to do my best now. This is very much of a Han Solo and Ben Solo moment. But outside of the slow reveal of Elenon's sword, I felt like this scene was better executed. Up until the sword reveal, I was completely clueless as to what Prince Ander was going to do. But now that Prince Ander has no choice but to be king, the one title that he has been running away from but is clearly more qualified for, I wonder what he will do. Now for my final thoughts. This episode was a far cry better than last week's episode, returning back to the Shannara Chronicles that we fell in love with. There are only 3 episodes left in this season, which makes it very tempting for the showrunners just to rush the storyline along. But instead, I hope that they keep this momentum. And that's my review. Tell me what you thought. Leave it in the comments below. Please like and share this video. I make a video every week, so please subscribe so I can see you next time. Bye-bye.